I was working in the law, so my background is in the law, and more particularly in the last 15 years or so on my feet as a barrister and making an argument. And so for me, the transition into this role, representing communities and then making an argument, albeit in a different place, was actually quite a good transition. And it's a different kind of advocacy, I suppose. Well, how did I get into politics? I think, like many of us who come into this place, there's a long time interest in the Parliament, in matters of public interest and public service. And for me, I think it was a combination of that interest in matters of public policy and of our democracy, together with, I think after a period of time, knowing that I've got advocacy skills, I'm engaged in a process that's tremendously challenging and leads to outcomes, hopefully good outcomes, for individuals that I might represent along the way and within the system of justice and the legal profession. And going into politics and public life was an opportunity to advocate for community as a whole, and well, hopefully to apply those skills for the benefit of communities that I live in and with. And all of that then has led to this tremendous privilege of being able to engage with the lives and speak up for people in my communities in the hills. Well, the work that goes on in the electorate is incredibly diverse, and I think it really ranges from everything from quite formal advocacy on issues of importance for individual communities, and there are more than 20 individual communities in Hyson, through to having a clear understanding and involvement in all kinds of different community activities, from sporting clubs to service groups, to families, groups of parents, businesses, and all of the day-to-day activities in the hills. I think one of the things that isn't necessarily really realised is that as a member of Parliament, there's an opportunity to have a deeper understanding of all kinds of day-to-day things that go on in the community that most people just don't see. So I have a tremendous opportunity to do all kinds of things, engaging with the community through the hills. Well, there's a long answer and there's a short answer. The short answer is crows, but really for me it goes back to the bays. I grew up supporting Glenelg. My grandparents were down on the beach, and so Saturday evening was the footy replay, followed by the Muppets, and it was all about the bays. And so I supported Glenelg from a small child through the late 70s and into the 80s. And so when the Crows were being formed, and so many from Glenelg who were going over, including Graham Corns and Chris McDermott as captain, was an easy thing for me. I still reflect on what was lost, the old SANFL, and Neil Curley saying, I think about the final round at the end of 1990, look, I think it was Port and Glenelg, And to start the game, he said, "Look, regardless of who wins tonight, just remember it won't ever be the same again." And so we've moved on. We've had the AFL and the Crows have been in it for 30 years nearly. But it goes all the way back to the base for me.